Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of CityZilla Plays City Skylines. And in this episode, we are going to be building out our commercial district. On the last episode, we built out this pretty fancy schmancy road layout. And on this episode, we are going to be zoning it in. And so we got a few districts that we're going to be putting in, some tourism districts, some leisure districts. I really want to do a park right here in the middle just because this is the entrance to our international airport. We're also going to be doing some residential, probably in this area. And so let's go ahead and dive in. And so what I want to start off with is this big one right here. I think this is going to work really well for a leisure commercial district because of the good road access we created, and then also with future plans of us connecting it to the freeway. I think it's going to work really well. And so what I'm thinking is we'll come in here, and so this little district right here on the corner, we're probably going to do hotels because it is so close to the airport. This would just make sense. It would be easy access for people. Maybe somebody was just hopping into the city for a day or two, and the hotel would be right next to it. And we'll probably extend it across the road as well so that we can do a couple of hotels like right there. We don't want to be too close to the airport, but I think that would be good. And then we'll come down here. I think this is going to end up being a residential. I think maybe we'll do an office park. I want it to make sense, but I also want the leisure areas to be where we have good access. And so we'll probably do this as the leisure area. And so we're going to go ahead and place down some unique buildings for this area. And we're just going to kind of make this a nice area for somebody to come. Maybe they flew into the city and they could just spend their whole vacation in this area if they wanted to. It's got really good road access. We ended up doing the one-ways, and then it's got this roundabout in the middle, and then it has access to the freeway going this way, but then it also has access going this way. And so before we build it out, I do want to connect this up because I had kind of built out this metro station, this metro line with the anticipation of building some stations in here. So I think that would just be really smart. I could go in here and do some of the fancy ones. Maybe we'll see if we can fit one of them in. Maybe we'll see if we can. Yeah, you know what? We could do one right there. I think that would be good. And so we'll come in here and we'll actually delete this guy. And we could do one on the other side too. I think this is going to be good enough though. We might end up coming back through here and adding more access, but I think this is going to be good. And there we go. And then we'll go ahead and unpause the game for a second just so we can let the metro line figure itself out, and then we can just add in a couple stops right here. It definitely does need power though. Let's go ahead and hook that up real quick. We probably are going to need to hook up this area anyways, and so come down here. And let's go back to what we were doing. And there you go. And I think it just needs to connect up to this other road. Once it makes it through, then the computer does figure out that it's a through road. See, this other one's coming as well. Yeah, there you go. And then, so we just want to create a couple stops right here. And there you go. And so now we have access right there. It probably would be good for us to maybe put some more on this side. I think maybe we'll extend this one out. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think that's going to be smart. We'll go ahead and build this one out and put it like right there maybe. Let's see if we can use another one of these. Actually, you know what? Let's just use the regular one because we're already using a ton of these guys. That could work. So we'll do the same thing on this one. Okay, and so we have our districts painted, and so what I'm thinking is, so this one will be tourism, this one will be leisure, and then this one's just going to be offices, and then we'll come down here and do this one as residential. I think that would be good because it's the road layout's not as efficient. We really wouldn't want to put commercial in here, and so I think this would be a good spot for it. And then let's come over here. So this one is going to be tourism because it has the aquarium in there. And then maybe we'll do this one as residential. I think that could be good. Yeah, I think residential is good. And so for our residential districts, what we need to do is come through and make sure that we got everything that we need. Mainly schools, and so I'm going to go ahead and use the community school. Go ahead and put it on this side. We'll put it on this side actually, since it's right next to the train tracks. And we'll do the same thing over here. Let's maybe put it in the middle. We're probably going to actually need two because this is going to be high density. And we'll probably just do, it looks like we have one right there. Let's see if that one's already maxed out. It's not, but I know we're probably going to need another one. So maybe we'll put it like right there. Those are really close to each other, but I don't think we have too many options that we can. I think this would be good. It does kind of ruin our path network we created right there. You know, we'll do it right there. It doesn't cover the entire neighborhood, but it covers a lot of it. And then for this one, we'll just put it on the main entrance. I think that would be good. And then let's go ahead and put in some fire stations. We're probably going to need a couple. So we'll probably need one like right there. We'll come in here and we'll put them on the main road. And so we'll do that. And we'll come in here and put in a hospital as well. And then we'll put in a cemetery. We'll just put in a crematorium next to the hospital. And then we do need a police station. Voila. We'll need a police station over here as well. And a hospital. Yeah, we'll do it right there. And then for this side, we can actually do a cemetery and a crematorium. And so I do want to add in a couple of these saunas too, because these are really nice amenities to have in these neighborhoods. They are really expensive, and so you got to be careful when plopping them down, but they really help to increase the land value. And so they are nice to have. We'll probably do a little service center over here too. I think that would be smart. And so I already got water laid down, and so now what we need to do, I think we're definitely going to turn this into an office park because I know we need it. Maybe on the main road we'll do, I think on the street we'll do low density commercial because this isn't a specialized neighborhood. Having the regular low density commercial would be smart. Maybe we'll put a park right there in the middle too. Oh, that's something we didn't do. So we definitely need to put in some parks for the entire area. Parks are needed for pretty much anywhere you go. I think for these areas though, maybe we'll do some plazas. And I'm just kind of placing these down because we're going to come back through and decorate all this area. And there you go. I think that's good. For our residential neighborhoods, though, I want to come in. If we could fit a small guy in the middle there, that would just be great. I think we can do the same thing over here. We'll do a little bit bigger next to the schools. I think that would look good. Yeah, there you go. I think that's perfect. They are kind of a little sporadic. I spread them out, though, throughout the neighborhood. And so I think that's good. We didn't mess up too many of our road networks, our path networks. We did mess up this one, though. And so we'll come back here. And yeah, I think we're just going to do some low density commercial around the outside. I think that would be really smart. Just put in some regular little shops so we can get like some supermarkets or gas stations and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. And then for these areas, we're literally just going to do a bunch of high density. And you know what? Let's put in a couple unique buildings first. And let's go through. I know we need the stadium. You know what? Let's do the luxury hotel. Yeah, we'll put this one like right there. Yeah. And I want to fix that path real quick. And there we go. Man, that looks great. And it's not in the way of the runway, and this is definitely our hotel district, so that's a great addition right there. I wasn't even thinking about that. Media broadcast building. I think this would be good for our office district in here. I want to wait, so we could do the Mall of Moderation on this side. We were going to do commercial in here. Could we fit it in there? I wonder if that would fit. I don't know if it's going to clip that backside. No, it actually, you know what, I think that actually works. It does kind of clip the trees a little bit, but no, you know what, it puts the trees underneath the monorail. I don't like that. And I'd like to find a good spot for this. Maybe we'll wait on that because it's kind of a weird size, and so I don't think that's going to fit in really well somewhere. I think maybe the lungs of the city would probably look good right there, though. But we're going to expand out the whole area. Maybe the pyramid of safety. I know we needed this stadium. So I think the stadium's going to look really good down here somewhere. It is going to mess up our path network, so I kind of wish we had done the stadium first. But I think it's going to look good right here in the middle. Yeah, and then we'll do the theater down here as well. When I was doing the road layouts, I should have dry fit these first, because now it's going to kind of mess some things up. This one's huge too. I'd like to get the theater in here. We can get away without the other buildings. So maybe we will extend this road down. And I think maybe we'll just do a one-way. I think this would look good. Yeah, we'll come down here. We'll go like that. Maybe we'll just create like a whole little park out of this building, because it's a huge building, and so it would definitely be... Oh wait, wrong one. Maybe we could fit both of them. Maybe we could do that. I think that could actually... Yeah, maybe we'll space them out and put both of them right here. I don't want to just plop them in. I want to make sure that we come back through and make them look good. And so I think for this area we are going to do some path access, but then also some trees and stuff. And so we'll probably come back through here and just make everything look good. So I don't want to just throw them in for the sake of the game without having them blend in and kind of look good with everything. And so okay, and so I think for this side we are definitely going to do some trees and stuff, probably just around this, because the rail lines are right there. I don't really want to have too many paths going into this area, and so I think just doing some trees around it would be smart. And then we'll probably just do some colored trees here in the middle. I think it's going to end up looking good if we do that. Maybe we'll even do some citrus trees. Yeah, I think this could look good. Do some apple trees. Yeah, there you go. Maybe we'll do some more on this side. Be kind of like a little apple orchard. And then I think for in here, we'll do some foliage. And then I want to do some trees. Yeah, you know what? I think that actually looks pretty good. And then I definitely think we're just going to fill this in with some trees, because I don't want to do the paths too close to that. I think it would just be weird and probably unsafe. And so let's go in here and finish zoning in our stuff. I think we got most of the unique buildings we have. I think for the next episode we are going to start hunting some of these, and then we're probably going to do some residential over on our zoo side, because I want to place all these bird or like animal related unique buildings onto that side. But we definitely need to come through and I mean, some of these are hard to get. It's so dumb because I'm pretty sure we have this Lazarette Plaza already placed in the city. But it says 85 out of 20. Oh, that's the average citizen health. So we probably need to go through and kill our city for that one, and then like the posh mall, tax rates below 4%. We can do some disasters too. I think that'd be fun. 5,000 squares of farming specialization built. Oh, we do have the clock tower too. Nice. So we could actually do that. I think this would be cool. You know what? I think that looks a little out of place. And then I think for this observation tower, I'd like to put it in an area that makes a little more sense. Maybe that'll go right there. You know what? I think it looks better in the middle there. And then I think what we'll do is we'll put some path access around it. And so what I'm thinking is once this area builds out, we will come back through and put in some trees and stuff, because I really want to see what builds out around everything first. Yeah, there you go. Maybe we'll actually just do a couple trees around this guy. I think if we do the small little sugar maple, yeah, there you go. So I like how this tree looks. I'm pretty sure this is the tree that's used on the paths. Sounds kind of a simple landscape. So I think this looks pretty good, and then I want to come back over here by our stadium and create like a nice space around it, and then we're just gonna do some parking as well. For a big downtown area like this, parking would be a big deal, and so we definitely want to utilize some parking. Because this would be, I mean, a nice stadium, and a lot of times stadiums have a lot of landscaping around them. And so I think this would look pretty good. Let's see if we can get just a couple colored trees. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Maybe we'll put some trees around these plazas too. It's a little too big. You know what? I think we're going to get rid of those because the buildings are going to grow right next to them, and I don't want to deter the buildings from growing. So I think that's going to look good. And I do want to put some trees around this guy, though. I don't know if we're going to put any zoning on this edge, and so I think it would be good to do some trees around it. This would be like a big, kind of luxurious hotel, and so it'd be fair to assume that there would be a lot of landscaping. Probably do some rocks too. Yeah, I think if we do just a couple smaller rocks on this one side, I think that looks pretty good. And we'll do some small little guys. And some trees. We'll probably do one big one right there. We'll actually probably just do a couple of these guys. So I like these big trees. I think they look really good. And so I think that's pretty good for this area, especially because you'd be coming out of the hotel, coming out of the airport, and you'd see this one first. And then this is going to be part of an office park. And so I think that's probably pretty good for our landscaping efforts right now. And we just need to come in and zone all this. And so I want to do that, and we're going to zone in these small little areas because they are going to have different size bars and stuff, and so we want to try to get the different sizes. And I almost forgot, we still do want to put in some parking too. Parking is really important. Let's see if we got any parking. I do want to get one of these parking garages. You know what? I think this is... Yeah, these are the ones I wanted. There you go. I think that's probably good. And so we got all this zoned in, and then we just need to zone in these guys. So we're going to come in here, and then we're going to do residential in here. I think we're just going to do some offices on this back. I'll do some residential in here. You can actually probably do some low density residential. I think that'd probably be good. Just like a low density neighborhood in here. Because it's low density, I'm going to put it on the roundabout. It's definitely not normally something you see, but I'm going to do it. And we're going to do some... you know, we'll keep that empty. Yeah. We might even come through and remove the zoning around the roundabout, but I'm thinking because it's low density, it'll be okay. And we'll probably just put a couple little shops on this corner. I think that would be good. And then what I want to do is create a park with this area, but I think we will unpause it first, and because we did so much zoning, all of our needs are just going to collapse, but it'll start giving it time to grow. I think we need to put some trees around this too. Kind of left it open. And so let's hit on pause, and let's see all of our residential, commercial, and industrial just collapse. But it looks like some stuff's already being built, and so what I'm hoping is that maybe this whole area will build out pretty quick, because we do have quite a bit of need for jobs, and our residential has kind of been dropping down, and our unemployment is still pretty high, so 8%. So what I'm hoping is that with all the new buildings, it's going to help balance out the city a little bit. And we even got some low density. So it's going to be nice. We just created some really nice areas in here. And do we zone this in? We did. We zoned these in as well. Let's see how much noise. You know what? It's really not a whole lot. We are going to need power though. Yeah, we'll run power up through here. Because I don't think it's going to jump very easily, so. And we already got water. Oh, we do need some more water though. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yeah, it's actually grown much faster than I was thinking it was. And so I think for this guy, we will probably, because it's bringing a bunch of traffic through here now, and this is something we didn't really want, but I connected that up because it is nice having that access there. But like, let's see, we're so large, we're exporting animal products. Let's see where he's going. Yeah, so he's coming all the way down to the freeway now instead of coming this way. And so it's definitely a faster route. And so I think we'll end up doing that toll road probably on the next episode up here, because we don't really want truck traffic cutting through here. If this does end up being a problem, we'll probably end up getting rid of this connection. While we're waiting for that, let's go ahead and look at some of our coverages to see if we have any lapses. So crime actually looks pretty good. We have good jail availability. Our crime rate's only 6%, which is pretty low. So let's look at our fire hazard, because I had looked at this recently and we're actually not in a great spot. So like, this is a good example. I think what we're going to do is probably change these out. So we will, because this is such a big neighborhood, we could use the bigger firehouses. Because even with that, you can see it still doesn't cover this area that well. I think maybe we'll connect up a road right here too. And you can hear all the people upgrading. Everybody's excited. Man, everybody's upgrading. This is crazy. This was definitely a problem over here. Because I don't know if we have any fire watchtowers either. I don't think we do. So maybe we'll place one of those guys down too. So those are smart to have. Probably do one over here too. Yeah, there you go. And then this area doesn't have any firehouses. Maybe we'll place one of these. I think that's good. Especially in industrial areas, their fire risk is already pretty high. And then, so I had seen this area too, and so I think we're going to do that and then actually get rid of this small one, just because the bigger one's going to have better coverage. Yeah, that's good. And then, yeah, we have some issues over here too, so I think we'll get rid of the small one and put in a bigger one. We'll see. Yeah, you can already see a bunch of them turning blue. You know what, I think we have a similar issue on this side too, so we'll do that. We'll get rid of this guy. We'll see if it turns this area blue. It's definitely more blue. You can see that there are still some issues, and this area up here is not in great shape. So we'll place that down and come back through, and the only issue with this is it is increasing our budget for this by quite a bit, and so we're definitely going to have to check it. But especially with industrial areas, this is a big concern, and so this is something that you got to keep an eye on. And I definitely had kind of forgotten about it, because you end up placing down the firehouses and you just don't really think about them as much. So I think this area could probably use one. Maybe we'll put one right here. Yeah, I think that would be good, because then maybe it'll get this whole area down there and across the river a little bit. Maybe we'll move this one down. Maybe we'll put one on the bottom. Maybe we'll put a small one over here too. Yeah, there you go. And then this side definitely needs one. Oh, we have a little one right there. Let's go ahead and put a big one and see if it affects this area over here. So it should give better coverage for that area. Yeah, they're a little more blue. You can see it's still kind of an issue, but it's a little better. We'll put that there. We need one of these guys over here too. Oh, we already had one. This area is still kind of an issue. Maybe we'll put... Yeah, that helped a little bit. And so our hazard has already gone down a lot. Maybe we'll put one over here too. And that has helped tremendously. I wonder if most of our issues were just related to fire hazard. Because now, I mean, you can see we've gone down to 28%, and a lot of that is still just the trees in the outside. And so unless we were to place roads with those fire watchtowers everywhere, we would still have some fire hazard just because of all the trees around everywhere. But I think that's helped out a lot. I mean, I think even for land value in this area, we've probably increased it quite a bit. Because these buildings just aren't, they're not being upgraded. Okay, and so while we're waiting for that to continue building out, we gotta wait. Like our demand is just because we zoned in so much, it's gonna take a little bit of time. While we're waiting, we can check out our new lines. And so our light purple one was the big one, and oh man, look, 750 people. Is this our... So it's all the people waiting in here. Oh man, this is crazy. Let's go ahead and look at that without having this, because that should just be like a mountain of people. Yeah, it is. Look at all those people, and they're all waiting to get to the airport or our new area. And so let's go ahead and add in just a few more vehicles. So we have 5. We'll bump it up to 7. I think that should be good. So where's our 300 one is here. Yeah, and we'll let that play out for a second. Let's look at the other one. What color was it? The one that I think it was the like gray one. Yeah, and so this one's not as bad. It's getting utilized. You can see people are coming in and out of the stop, but it's not as terrible. And so let's look at some of our other lines. So that light purple one's not our biggest one, surprisingly. This green one, this one's always been pretty well. This is the one at our big neighborhood. It's just because it provides such great access for these people where they don't have to drive. And so let's come over here again. Let's look through. So this one's 123 with only 2 vehicles. And I mean, it's 98% car trips saved, and so I think 2 is probably good for that, because look, neither one of them are full. And so let's come back in here. And that was the first one. This one's got 3 vehicles with 241. This, I mean, 100% car trip saved, which is great. It's hard to get to. It's really only when you have a really centralized area, and so I think it's good. We'll come down to this one, 340, 90% car trip saved, which is pretty good. This goes down when people have to wait a little too long, though, but none of these are really full, and so like we'll see this one. Do they pick everybody up? Yep, picked everybody up, and so I think that's probably good for that one. We don't want to add too many cars. So that one was the blue one. The gray one was the one we just looked at, which I think is perfect. This one definitely gets some people, but as long as they're able to pick everybody up and the trains aren't full, I think it's good. And so that one's good. We'll come into our red one. This is one of the original ones we did, and it's not super utilized. I think I just put 3 because, well, it's 100%, so it came with 3. We could probably even drop that down to 2, but I'm going to keep that there. So this one, where is this one? Oh, this is another one of our original ones. Just goes back into our like old town, kind of the low density neighborhoods. And so let's come into our green one. This is the big neighborhood, and this one's good. They actually didn't pick everybody up there. You know what? Let's bump this one up. We'll go to 6 on this one. I think 6 should be good, but let's see if everybody gets off here. It depends on how many people they leave there. Yeah, because we don't want them leaving people at the station. That's the trick. You don't want that. So where is this guy? Is he stuck? Oh, there he is. So he just got everybody there, and so let's see what this next train does. Is he stuck? No. Oh, there you go. So it looks like that's probably good. So then the purple one is our one that we had already changed. And so, yeah, you can see this other stop has already gone way down. And so now this should be good. 7 should be the magic number. Because this one's going to pick everybody up. Let's see how many people get picked up on this one, though, because we might need to just add 1 more. That might be the trick. Yeah, because if this doesn't pick everybody up, then that means that we don't have enough trains. I think they're going to drop everybody off, though. Yeah. You know what? I think 7's good. We don't want to overdo it, and I think that is the magic number. And so that was the light purple one. We'll come over to the regular purple one. And again, this is one of our original ones. It's doing pretty good. 100% car trip saved. And so it really shows that people are preferring our metro lines, which is great. This is one of our original ones, and it looks like people are kind of waiting. They're in our little commercial district down here. 92% car trip saved, which is pretty good. And so let's check out our trams too while we're at it. And so let's go to the top. This one, our white one. Oh, this is the one that goes all the way around. This one's pretty good. No trams that are too filled. So let's look at the opposite direction for that one. Yeah, it's not bad. Nothing too crazy. And then the orange one. This is one of the ones that goes down. Oh, this is the one that goes down to our little riverfront district down here. This actually looks like it might have too many trams. Not a lot of people are using it, and so it's just causing traffic. And so we could actually probably drop that down to 5. And probably be good, and it would actually help out this area quite a bit because this is an area that has a lot of congestion, and so these orange ones, by taking some of them off, might actually help out the area. Yeah. Oh, while we're here, it's kind of funny. I completely forgot. We need to upgrade this, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Yeah, look at that. Now we got, I mean, this huge area. Everybody's like, "Oh man, what just happened?" Yeah, now we can get 1,000 visitors, which it's going to be the next concert hall, but I always forgot. I kept coming back to it like, man, we need to upgrade this, but I kept forgetting because this full-blown festival area looks so much better, and it gets so many more people in. You can make some more money on it, and it takes a while to get there too. That's why when we had initially placed it, I kind of left it there for a while because it takes a while for you to be able to upgrade. So let's go back to what we were doing. So we'll come back to the trams and light blue. Yeah, you know what? I think they're pretty good. We'll actually let's look at our area. So Not enough workers. 7 jobs available. Let's look at our unemployment. So we're finally balancing out a little bit. So our residential should start coming in a little more now. Let's see if it filled up this area yet. Nope. I'm not really sure what's up with this area, but for some reason the buildings don't want to grow in. Let's look at this area. Yeah, so they're all built up. Okay, and so I think that's good. On the next episode, we will probably expand out with some more residential right here, and then we're going to build that toll road.